A couple of weekends ago, I had the pleasure of hosting a baby shower for my dear friend Lindsey. She's having twin girls, so a few of us decided to throw her a shower at the beautiful peninsula in Beverly Hills. We did a really cute tea, and it's just such a gorgeous location, so it turned out beautifully. And I also decided to do a get ready with me for you guys. I had a really cute dress in mind and just a very simple and classic hair and makeup look, so here we go. So I've got my hair freshly blow dried here. I'm just going to clip it back. So to start out, I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury face cream. This is a really rich cream and I love using it under my makeup. And now for my foundation, I used two. I am mixing my Givenchy foundation with an EX1 foundation, and a few weeks ago I broke out pretty badly, and on this day my skin was still pretty broken out, so I'm really focusing on good coverage. And now to highlight, I'm also using my Givenchy Mr. Light in number 3, and this is just going to go in the usual spots under my eyes in sort of a triangle formation, around my mouth, down the bridge of my nose, and a little bit at my forehead. And using that same foundation brush, I'm just going to go through and blend this all out. Alright, so this really brightened up my face, so I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer and just add some warmth. And as usual, I'm not really doing an intense contour, I'm just using a circular motion to just add a general warmth to the areas that I typically like to contour. And now I'm going to use my Cinema Secrets setting powder. I've been loving this stuff lately, just under my eyes and a little bit on my nose and my forehead and my chin. And if you've been watching my latest videos, you know I'm obsessed with the Charlotte Tilbury blush. It is just perfect. And another Charlotte Tilbury product I'm using is the highlight. It is a highlight and contour palette. I'm just using the highlight today. This is going on my cheekbones and a little bit at my forehead. And another product from Cinema Secrets that I'm loving right now is their Super Sealer Spray. You guys, this stuff makes my skin look so good after I put my foundation and everything on. It's magic. And for my eyes, I'm going back to an old favorite. This is the Nude Tude Palette by theBalm, and this is one of my favorite shadow colors ever. I'm just applying this all over my lid up to my crease, and then I'm going in with a transition color with a fluffier brush, and I'm just using this to add some more contour to my crease and sort of blend out that color that I put on my lid. I'm keeping this look really, really simple, so this is pretty much it for the shadows. And now you've seen me do this once before. I'm just taking my foundation brush, not putting any foundation on it, but I'm just using it to blend out that shadow. So next up, I am taking Wicked by Sigma. This is one of my favorite gel liners. And for the liner, I'm gonna keep it short and kind of fat. So it's kind of like a mod-ish look, nothing too intense, but it's just gonna go with the theme of the dress. So I'm keeping it slightly thick and short. So here I'm just mapping out the liner and then I go back in and fill it in. Okay, time for some mascara. Now at this time I had eyelash extensions on and they were kind of falling off, so I do have some sparse parts in my lashes. So I'm going in with the Ardell Wispies. These are my favorite, and I'm cutting it in half and placing them strategically where I need a little more fullness in my lashes, and this actually gives me a much more natural, feathery look. I really love doing this. And actually, when you cut lashes in half, it's also much easier to apply them. And just give that a second to dry. And one last thing I'm gonna do for my eyes is take a little bit of that Charlotte Tilbury highlighter, and just with my finger I'm gonna apply it at the highest points of my lids, which is at the center. It's just gonna catch the light and it's gonna look really, really pretty. Alright, now time for the brows. I'm going to use my Sigma brow powder, and lately my brows have been growing in really nicely, so I don't have to fill them in too much. I'm just adding a little bit of soft definition to them, so nothing too crazy. All right, on to the lips. I'm taking my iconic Nude pencil by Charlotte Tilbury, and this is probably the best nude lip liner I've ever used. You guys know I don't really like lip liners, I don't like using them, but this one is pretty amazing. So I'm going to line my lips and also contour my lips a little bit with this liner because it does make lips magically look fuller. I don't know what it is about it, but it really does. And then once I'm done with the liner, I'm gonna go in with a nude gloss, and that's pretty much it. I'm not adding any lipstick or anything, just a little bit of gloss with some liner. And that's it for my makeup. Like I said, it's really simple and clean. So now I'm gonna move on to the hair. And for my hair, I'm using one of my favorite styling products. It is the Numi Lustrum, and you can see it's got different barrel sizes. And I'm using the second to biggest one because my hair is a little bit shorter right now. So while that is heating up, I'm also gonna use the White Truffle Hair Primer. And this is just gonna make my hair look nice and shiny. And it's also gonna protect it from the heat I'm about to apply. So I'm not applying too much of it, just a little bit at my ends. All right, now I'm separating my hair into sections, and I'm gonna start with the barrel. So you've seen me do this before. I just like to take small sections of my hair and wrap it around the barrel, and what I usually do is I leave the last maybe inch out because I don't like it to be super curled all the way through. I like the end of it to be slightly straight. So I'm just gonna continue doing this throughout. And as usual, you guys know anytime I use a Numi product, I have a discount code for you. So be sure to check the description box and get yourself a nice discount if you need any Numi products. So again, I'm gonna section off the hair and just continue curling all throughout. And you know, I like relaxed curls. I don't like them to be too polished, so I always run my fingers through them while it's still a little bit hot. All right, there we go. I'm just gonna give my hair a nice shake and run my fingers through it, just to make sure it's not too curled. And now I'm ready to continue styling. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pick out the front parts of my hair, I guess the bangs. I'm just gonna pick out however much of the hair I want and leave it out. And then taking a comb, I'm gonna start combing back my hair after the bangs, I guess the part that I just picked out, and just comb them back and section it off because I am gonna be using it after I pin the two sides of my hair back. So here I go, I'm gonna pin that up, and then I'm just gonna start taking the sides of my hair and smooth it out, and then just kind of wrap it back around the back of my head and use a bobby pin to secure it. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And once I've secured both of those pieces, I'm gonna go back to that top piece that I need. And this, I kind of wanna create a little bit of height with it. So I am using a Root Boost powder, which I'll link in the description box. And this is just gonna give me a little bit of extra height. And then I'm also going to take my comb and just back comb a little bit. I don't like to do this too much, but just a little bit. So you can see this is gonna give me a nice amount of height. Whee! All right, so now from the back, you can see I'm sort of trying to smooth it out and trying not to lose that height. I'm gonna pin it back with this cool spirally thing that my friend Christine Simons, who is a celebrity hairstylist, told me about. It is the coolest thing ever. So I'm gonna secure it with that, and then using the piece of hair that's still sticking out, I'm going to secure that over the little spiral thing just so I'm covering as much of the pins as possible. Some of it is still gonna show if you're doing your hair by yourself. It's kind of hard, so that's okay as long as you've covered most of it. And there it is, it's pretty easy. And like I said, because of my dress, I'm sort of going with this mod theme, so it's a little bit of a 60s look. So I'm just gonna spray that and set everything. And that is pretty much it for the hair and makeup. And so I mentioned earlier that I was obsessed with my dress for the shower. It's so cute and so perfect for a little girl's baby shower. It is by Cameo, and I got it from Daily Look, and you can see the link down in the description box. And my shoes are the So Kate style by Christian Louboutin. So that is it for this Get Ready With Me. I so enjoyed throwing my friend a baby shower. I want to do it again and again for all my friends. So I hope you guys enjoyed it too, and if you did, give it a thumbs up and let me know what you think. See you soon!